Today, we are going to make special yapma. I'm so happy that you are here again. Maybe you are new to the channel. Welcome! While you are learning from me, I also learn a lot from you. Thank you so much for your lovely comments. I read all of them. It means a lot to me. Yapma is a stew. It's a traditional dish. Normally we make yapma, this stew, together with the naan in the same pot. It's so delicious and yummy. Today's recipe is especially from Qumul. It's called Qumul Yapmisi. This recipe is very typical in Qumul region. I learned it from my friends and I really want to share this recipe with you so you can also make this traditional Uyghur recipe from your own kitchen and learn something new. As usual, let's start with the dough making. For the dough, of course, we are going to use all-purpose flour, salt and water. During the dough making, it's really important that you add the water little by little. So first, pour it into your palm, spread it over the whole flour, use your fingers, really gentle. Try to combine all pieces like water, flour and salt by grabbing it like this. All ingredients come together little by little and you will get this dough ball. From here, we are going to make strong power fist, Uyghur fist, and you are going to make the dough in Uyghur style. So use your whole body weight and press the dough with your whole fist really firm. In this way, all dry pieces and wet pieces come together, so you get beautiful smooth dough from inside out. The dough should be firm and dense. We are going to let it rest for about 20 minutes. Don't forget to cover it with a damp towel. For this recipe, of course, we are going to use one of the most important main ingredient, lamb, and I'm going to use lamb neck. Make sure that you're going to wash it before you cut it, because sometimes you have some bone and splinters in the meat. Next to the meat, we are going to, of course, use the basic ingredients such as onion and tomato. We are going to cut them into beautiful pieces. Potato, carrots and fresh corn, and of course peppers, green and red, and also leek. We are going to use the hard piece first and add the green pieces at the end, so it gives beautiful color to the dish. Now we are going to make the stew ready. So for the stew, we are going to first turn on the biggest fire, heat up the oil. When you see some wrinkles in the oil and maybe some light smoke from the oil, it means it's hot enough. Then really gently insert the meat to the oil. Mix. Be careful, the oil can splatter because we are using the biggest fire. Make sure the meat is dry. Mix until the meat, especially the edges, becomes beautiful brown. Now we are going to add the onion. Mix, mix, mix until it becomes beautiful brown and a little bit yellowish and softer. Next, add the spices. Add the potato and the carrots. For this recipe, I'm going to use waxy potatoes. It's really important because in this way it stays firm in the stew and it looks more beautiful. Add the corn, peppers, and hard piece of the leek. Mix. Next, we are going to add the water. When it starts to boil, I'm going to keep some soup in the separate bowl, and we are going to use it later. Close the lid and bring the pan to the smallest heat. Let it simmer. The dough is ready. We are going to first divide it lengthwise into 2 pieces, and each piece we are going to divide it into 4 pieces. Next, we are going to press it from top down so it stays beautiful, round and flat. Next, we are going to use rolling pin and roll out the dough. First, we are going to one by one roll them out. Try to make beautiful round shapes. It's slightly bigger than a hand size. Next step is very special, and it comes from qumul. So first we are going to use our finger, and in the oil, use that amount of oil on the surface of the dough. Grab the edges of this rolled out dough, and at the same time you are going to really gently stretch it to the sides. Move your palm to the center and really gently stretch the dough to the sides. You need to do this step really gently so the dough stays whole. If it's difficult for you, you can also do it on the table. So it's the same process. You are going to press the edges first so it becomes thinner, and then stretch them to the sides. So also the center becomes thinner and thinner, and that makes the dough beautiful and beautiful. We try to make here beautiful, big, round and pan-sized dough. Next, we are going to place some deep red colored soup on the top of this stretched out dough. It gives lots of taste and flavor to the dough. Next, we are going to open the lid and place this beautiful, thin, round dough on the top of the stew. And this is also the name of this dish, Yatma. Yatma means a dish which is covered by a dough, either thin or thick dough. Sometimes we call it also yapmanan. I just placed the first one, and you need to continue with the second until you reach the last one. It's really important that you are placing it on the top of the previous one. Be gentle with the pan because the edges is really hot. I just placed all of them. Yatma is ready! Look at this beautiful Yatma. Qumul Yapmisi. I'm so happy with the result. This recipe, this plate is a shared plate. So you share this recipe with more people, 2 to 3 people around the table, and you just with your hand pick up this delicious, yummy, aromatic naan and soak it in the soup and share it with your family or friends and loved ones. It reminds me my family, my grandma, grandpa. It's made with love. I hope you like this recipe. If you like it, thumbs up. and see you in the next video. Bye!